for any NFL franchise, besides the New York Jets because they're a dumpster fire, your goal, your aspirations, your dreams are to win the Super Bowl. It's as simple as that. It is the pinnacle of the sport. Tomorrow, the Kansas City Chiefs looking for the historic three-peat. The Philadelphia Eagles looking for some revenge from the last time they lost to the Kansas City Chiefs. My question for you, what do you have? Who's going to win? Your final score and the winner right below. I would love to hear from you. Yes, we are going to talk Patriots football. Don't you worry. Specifically, a player on the team that has a mythical reputation. It took me like 100 times on that take. And we're going to jump into it. My name is Aaron. You guys know on the daily, we're talking Patriots football. So do me a favor, hit the like button, that little thumb, hit the subscribe button. There's a ton of unsubscribed people out there. Shoot, get yourself an account, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on a daily basis. And as well, comment below. As I said, Super Bowl score, who's going to win, any prop bets, I don't care. Throw it below. Would love to hear from you. That being said, today what we're going to be talking about a specific player that is huge for the Patriots. And this first topic is going to lead into our final topic, which is a specific player that is going to be in free agency. So let's jump into it. Ian Rappaport has come out and basically said, listen, Drake Maye has his terms, quote, mythical reputation around the league. And the reason he says that is because Drake Maye, being drafted 3rd overall after Caleb Williams, after Jaden Daniels, a lot of teams wanted to go over after Drake Maye. Why? At UNC, he played hard, he played well, he has all the intangibles. There is a lot to love about Drake Maye. And so obviously we talked about this the other day when he was at the Pro Bowl. He was kind of dropping hints and, hey, what about the Patriots? What about the Patriots? Hey, it's great over in Foxborough. Gillette Stadium's great. A lot of great teammates. Hey, you could play with me. Mike Vrabel's there. He was basically a recruiter for the Patriots. But not only that, he is the biggest selling point. He is a young quarterback with a ton of years in front of him that has a ton of potential. So Ian Rappaport basically coming out and saying, yes, the Patriots have a lot to show now as from last year. Last year, obviously, who wants to go to a team where Gerard Mayo. Well, yeah, Gerard Mayo was the coach, but he wasn't the starting quarterback. Jacoby Brissett was the starting quarterback, and a lot of questions still in the air. Now the Patriots have a lot of those questions answered. Now, there's still a lot of issues that need to be resolved, but it should help bring people to the Patriots. Now, hang on. I'm going to continue. You're going to understand where this is going. Now, that doesn't mean that they will still, they might have to pay a little more than other teams. There could be other teams that players are like, hey, you know, this team has a chance to win a Super Bowl. I have this opportunity. I might take that. If you're looking at the Patriots and maybe you're looking at a team who is just in the playoffs. So who knows? It all depends. But that being said, the reason I bring this up is because there is a key free agent, someone who's coming into free agency named T. Higgins. And we've talked about T. Higgins and a ton on this show. A ton. Now, he's young. He has a lot of potential. He wants to go somewhere and be a number one wide receiver. Gosh, no, he is not going to play quarterback. But that being said, you look at T. Higgins, a lot of potential. But the issue is, in the same article, Ian Rappaport comes out and basically says it's not guaranteed that T. Higgins is even going to be free in free agency. He could get tagged. Now, a lot of people understand franchise tags. A lot of people don't understand franchise tags. So basically, long story short, any NFL player can get franchise tagged 3 times. He was franchise tagged last year. Basically, when you come to the end of your contract, a team's like, okay, we don't want to necessarily sign you or extend your contract. So what we can do is we can do an exclusive or non-exclusive or transitional franchise tag. Breaking them down quickly, a non-exclusive is the most common one. So we'll jump into that real quick, is the most common one. So here are the players last year that got it, including T. Higgins. So basically what that means is, hey, we get you for 1 more year. We will pay you the average salary of the top 5 wide receivers at your position or whatever position you're at. And that is guaranteed. But here's the catch. If there's a team that goes out there and bids more than the the home team, the host team, whatever you want to call it, the team that currently has the player, then what happens is they would get that player. Now they can counter the team that has, so the Cincinnati Bengals in this case could counter, but what they would get in return with a non-exclusive is 2 first-round picks from that team. So the last time this happened, here's a little history lesson for you, was 2000. It was Joey Galloway coming from the Seattle Seahawks. He ended up going to sign with the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys had to give up their 2000 and their 2001 first-round picks to the Seattle Seahawks. So, again, you tag someone on a non-exclusive rights, that doesn't mean they're going to stay with you. Now, if they're exclusive, it's basically the same thing, but no one has the rights to them. Essentially, you're still negotiating, and regardless, the player still has to sign this franchise tag. If they don't, there can be a lot of hiccups, a lot of issues. Now, the other one, the transitional players. So Duggar was that player last year who's the only one in the league. This one isn't used as common, but it's usually for a player that isn't in that echelon that could be a non-exclusive or exclusive franchise tag. So instead, this is you take the 10 top players at the position and then you average out those salaries. So they're going to get paid a little less. As well, they don't get any compensation if another team signs for them. So, for instance, if someone went after Duggar last year and said, hey, we want him, and they outbid him, and that other team won, let's just say, for instance, it's the Dallas Cowgirls, just because they're on my mind. Because we're talking about Joey Galloway, not because I like them. They're awful. I hate them. Cowgirls. Hence, I call them Cowgirls. That being said, if they were to take them, then there's no compensation. The Patriots don't get anything. And so it is looking more and more like the Cincinnati Bengals could do that. Now, if this year T. Higgins was paid $21 million, if he got franchise tagged again, it would go up. It would be $26 million. Now, a lot of people believe that T. Higgins, at minimum, if he were to go sign a free agent deal, would be $30 million per year. And that's minimum. Some people think it could be higher than that. And so we look at T. Higgins, and the big question is, if he is available, again, is he worth $30 million minimum a year? And granted, yes, we have Drake Maye, as we talked about earlier. He's a great asset to be able to say, look, we got this young quarterback, a lot of potential, and we're going to build around him. We got a new head coach with a lot of experience. Yes, you have that, but at the end of the day, it comes down to show me the money. If he wants to go there, chances are he's going to have to get paid a little more than other places, I would assume. So the question is this: should the New England Patriots pay over $30 million for someone like T. Higgins? That is the big question. Again, we all are waiting to see as the dominoes start falling at the beginning of the new year. We'll see if he is tagged before March 10th, March 12th, because he has to be tagged before the new NFL year starts, which again is March 10th, March 12th. And so if he is tagged, it would be idiotic for the New England Patriots to try to go get him. Honestly, I think most teams would be idiotic giving up 2 first-round picks to go try to get him. Again, you have to be a special player to be able to say, we're going to drop these picks. So, again, I believe, was it Lamar Jackson was franchise tagged? And, yeah, sure, I'd give up. I think a lot of teams would give up 2 first-round picks for someone like Lamar Jackson. So the question is, if T. Higgins does step into free agency, is he worth the $30+ million a year? Again, the Patriots have the cap space. Is it worth it? If we get our number 1 receiver in free agency, then how does it look like in the draft? Again, whatever happens in free agency, if you get a big person at a specific position, let's say, again, wide receiver, then I think the bigger focus is going to be on offensive line, edge rusher. If it's something different where, hey, we get a big-time offensive lineman, it's possible that 4th overall pick's going to be someone like McMillan, or I know a lot of people keep saying Hunter, specifically wide receiver, but let's not forget he is trying out at cornerback. And so we have to see a lot of different things happen to see how it is going to fall into place come draft time for the New England Patriots. So again, here's some stuff on the franchise tag. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think? Thoughts on T. Higgins? We've talked about him a lot. Maybe any other wide receiver. But I really, the more and more I read on him, McMillan from Arizona is someone that I want to see in a Patriots uniform playing for the New England Patriots, catching passes from Drake Maye. And the big reason why, not only is he great, he's been compared to a lot of great players, but also, too, he is on a rookie contract. You can spend a lot more of that money out during free agency to bring in top-tier talent, hopefully, to protect Drake Maye, to help this run game, help the pass protection, all these different things. Again, I think as well, if I've seen a lot of situations too, and a lot of people say, what if the Patriots could draft back? I think, or drop back in the draft and trade. So someone trades up. One of the best ones I saw, it was a comment yesterday. I commented on it. If any of you dive into the comments, some people do. I try to get into all of them, but someone mentioned, okay, if these players are gone, it would be in the best interest of the Patriots to trade back. Yes, especially because we know there are quarterback hungry teams. They need a quarterback. If they don't get a quarterback in the draft, they're probably going to throw some kind of veteran out there. Just, hey, go do what you can. Basically what the Patriots did last year. And so with Jacoby Brissett. But if that were a possibility, Abdul Carter, the more I've read, the more I've seen, I think it's either going to be Abdul Carter or Cam Ward first. If it's Abdul Carter, then I think the Browns have a huge decision to make. The question is, what the heck are they doing with Deshaun Watson moving forward? Are they going to get Cam Ward? Are they going to get Travis Hunter? I've seen a lot say Travis Hunter. And then you go down to the Giants. The Giants need a quarterback. Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, who the heck knows? Again, I don't think Shedeur Sanders is even, in my mind, a top 10 pick. But hey, it's in the eyes of the beholder. So when it comes down to it, you get to that fourth pick, and sure, McMillan's still there, but the question is, can you trade back in any capacity and still get that player or the player they want? Again, we don't know if, we're not going to know till draft night and after the draft what the New England Patriots are thinking going into the draft night and what their draft board looks like. But again, there's a lot of interesting scenarios that you can go through, that you can talk through. And again, regardless of what they do, I'm going to have hope. Let's not forget, a couple years ago, the Detroit Lions drafted Jahmyr Gibbs. They traded up to get him a running back in the first round, and a lot of people thought they were absolutely insane. And then it worked out greatly in their favor. Saquon Barkley came out the other day and said he thought Jahmyr Gibbs was the best running back in the NFL, which is crazy. So that being said, there is an aspect of trust that we have to have going into this draft, and it is rough. I know in hindsight, looking at last year's draft, when there's so many players that you're like, this person could get a lot of playing time, this person, and then it's just downhill and a disaster. And I hope, as I've said before, that these players can come in. Caden Wallace, Landon Robinson, Jaheim Bell, Jalen Polk, Javon Baker, Marcellus Dial, if they can come in and develop more and maybe do better under Mike Vrabel's schemes, Josh McDaniels' schemes, obviously Terrell Williams I meant, but in that sense, gosh, that would be great. But again, gotta trust the process. But it is fun talking about all the potentials, what's going to happen, what's going to go on. And we're always going to be talking about it right here. So on my way out, hit that subscribe button. I'll be coming out with a video tomorrow. Who knows when I'll post it? Probably early before the Super Bowl, because no one's going to be watching my video during the Super Bowl. But again, comment below. Tell me what you think. Who's going to win the Super Bowl? What's the score going to be? You guys rock. We'll talk later. Peace.